Hey y'all, let me tell you, I had my hair down. It was crinkled. You can still look at it and tell that it was crinkled because this piece hanging. But my hair was down and beautiful. I had the light on, like the lighting was all that. And I got up here and I was ready to talk to y'all. And then the enemy stole my thought. I forgot what I was going to get up here and say. So I pinned my hair up and I came in the bedroom to go to bed. Then the Lord gave it back to me and I said, I'm going to just write my thoughts down and I will record tomorrow. But I said, let me get on up here and say a little something. Okay, so I have an Avalon. And it's a fairly new car. It's not a 2020 or 2019, but it's a fairly new car. So I thought I was good to go, right? Well, one morning that it had been particularly cold the night before, I was going to go and get a drink from Starbucks. I took my shower, put my little clothes on, got in the car, and that car would not do nothing but I was like, not my car. I could see if I had like an older car, you might expect a little trouble. But I never had any issues with my car. Praise God. So I'm like, what is going on? Let me pray. Let me pray because the devil is busy. So I pressed the button again. My car said, Now, I know I didn't leave any lights on or anything last night because my lights go out automatically. The radio, if you leave it on, it will cut off automatically after a few moments. So I'm like, what is going on? So I went back to the Lord in prayer. I said, Lord, if you allow this car to start, I will not even stop the Starbucks. I will go straight to Massey Motor and I will see what's going on with this car because I just took the car to Massey's to get my oil changed. And when you get your oil changed, they put it on the machine and they see how well your car is doing anyway. They do a little checkup or whatever it's called. So I asked the Lord to let it start, but he didn't let it start. I was like, my prayer is not going through. What is going on that my prayer is not reaching heaven? Because when I pray, he answers me. He answers me when I pray. So I was like, okay, Toya, just be patient because maybe God is blocking you from an accident that's up the road. You know, God delays us to protect us from things. So I'm like, maybe it's just not the right time for me to go to Starbucks and get that white chocolate mocha. So I sat there a little bit and it was cold outside too. I sat there in my car and I waited. I was like, okay, Lord, I'm about to press it again. If you let this car start, I'm going to take it straight to Massey. I'm not going to stop anywhere else. I'm going to go straight to Massey. I'm going to be responsible and I'm going to see what's going on with this car. Press the button. Car said, click, click. So I called my mama. And I was like, because my daddy was at work. And I don't have a husband yet. So I called my mama. And I was like, Mom, my car is making a buzzing noise. It won't start. I don't know what's going on. You know, what do I need to do? She said, call your uncle and see if he can give you a jump. I'm like, a jump? Why do I even need a jump? This car is not old. A jump? You know, that's just my mindset. I don't know about cars. I just pump gas. But I was like, he's working. He's at the gym. One of my uncles. I have several uncles. But I'm like, he's at the gym. I don't know what time his lunch is going to be, and then I don't want to bother him by using his lunchtime to ask him to come do a favor for me, even though I know he won't mind. I be trying not to be a bother, you know. She was like, well, call him because I don't know what to tell you. And so I texted him, and he agreed to come over at his lunchtime. So I was like, I won't be going to Starbucks this morning. Went back in the house. I Googled to try to see why your car was like, instead of starting, typed in the name of my car and the date and everything. And they were like, the battery is dead. So anyway, to make this story a little bit shorter, my uncle came at lunchtime and he was like, yeah, when it gets cold, if you got a dead cell in your battery, you'll know it. That thing resonated with me. He said, when it gets cold, if you have a dead cell in your battery, you will know it. I said, now, I ain't one of these super saints that make everything a word from the Lord, and I'm gonna preach about everything, but it resonated with me. Like, things could be looking grand on the outside, you riding and profiling, driving across states, just riding, pumping gas, change the oil and riding, but when it got cold, that battery failed me. It didn't give me no warning sign or nothing, Jesus. I said, my car ain't never made a sound like this. It cranks without fail. Like, sometimes, I'll let my car run while I talk to my sister for about 45 minutes with the car running. Like, but he said, how long have you had this battery? I said, I don't know. When I bought the car, the battery was in it. I mean, I don't know. So he said, well, I'll try to jump it. And if I'm not able to jump it, then you might need a new battery. So he connected the wires and everything. He tried to jump it. It wouldn't start. He tried again. It wouldn't start. Try it now. It wouldn't start. He said, you're going to need a new battery. So he looked at my battery, and my battery was 5 years old, I think. He was like, it's fine, I can go get you a new battery and put it in. I didn't know that was something he could do. Like, you mean you can go buy a battery and put it in my car? I don't have to take it to Massey? Like, you can fix this situation for me? You can go buy a battery and put it in my car, and I don't have to pay a mechanic? He said, yeah, I'll just take this one with me. If the Lord had allowed my car to start, do you know what them folks was going to charge me? My hair fell. Do you know that those people were getting ready to eat me alive in that place? Had the Lord allowed my car to start like I asked him to do? I like the way my hair came out. This is my hair, y'all. Brown skin girl. But they were getting ready to charge me an arm and a leg. And guess who was about to give them an arm in both my legs because they don't know no better? Me. If the Lord had done what I asked him to do, that'll preach too. We got to stop getting mad with God when he don't do what we ask him to do, because he be knowing. I know that's not correct grammar, but I'm just talking to y'all. He be knowing. We don't know, and he be knowing. So when we ask him stuff, he be like, no. He really be knowing, y'all. I'm not working right now. I just work for myself for me and Jennifer's mentoring program. I don't have a job right now outside of what I do for myself and my own business. I did not need to be getting ready to pay an arm and a leg for anything. And they're going to charge you for the labor. They're going to charge you for the battery. They probably would have found something else that they said was wrong, and I would have paid them for it, because I didn't want to bother asking my uncle, who was so glad to do it for me, because I didn't want to feel that I was putting somebody at an inconvenience. It wasn't an inconvenience for him at all. He was glad that I asked him. That's a lie that I have told myself, that I'm bothering people when I ask for help. And God is working with me on that, because I have the I got it syndrome. I try to handle everything, pay all my bills, pay for repairs, and I got to get out of that. And so the lie that I tell myself is, they don't have time to do that for you, or they got something else to do, or that's out of their way. You're not even on their route. And we have not because we ask not. And I ain't saying go around and beg, but you got to let people know what you need, because people are not mind readers. And I'm going to come back on another video and hit on that. If you have a dead cell, the cold weather will expose it. If there's anything wrong with your battery, let it get cold. You're going to know it. I'm going to come back and say something about that a little bit later. But thank you guys for clicking on this video. I look forward to talking to you later. Good night.